Welcome to my world where all is well. I'm the thinker who thinks the thoughts that create the things. Today is Saturday, March 18, 2023, and it's currently 2800 hours, 52 degrees, partly cloudy. I'm a former officer who's been diagnosed with PTSD, social anxiety, and depression. Making these videos is very therapeutic for me, and I hope that it is a blessing to you. Today I just want to talk about a day in my life. My overall thought for today is when you ingest divine, you become divine. I started my day thanking God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Then I read Proverbs 18 and 22, where you will find these words: Whoso findeth a wife, findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor from the Lord. Proverbs 18 and 22. I love that word, whoso. That's W-H-O-S-O. That's Whiskey Hotel Oscar Sierra Oscar. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing. The husband findeth a wife, the husband has findeth a good thing. If a wife findeth a wife that findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor from the Lord. Thank you, God. During my moment of meditation today, my meditative thought was physical existence. Most of us here, while we are experiencing this physical existence here on earth, I believe we pay more attention to our physical existence than we do our eternal existence, who we were before we became physical and who we will be after our physical existence no longer exists in a physical form. But I think it's very important and imperative that we do the best that we can to keep both our physical existence and who we really are outside of our physical existence in good shape, which means we have to nurture and nurture our physical existence as long as our spiritual side, our soul, our thoughts, our feelings, our heart, our minds. So that was my meditative thought for the day. I also had a dream last night. Any of you want to interpret it, feel free to do so. But the dream I had, I was walking into a church, and I was like in the lobby area of the church, and the pastor and the first lady were in the lobby area of the church. And first time going to this church, and pastor asked me how I'm feeling. I said, I'm sleepy. So the pastor told the first lady to take me into the atonement room. I remember the word atonement. And I got in, told the first lady to give me a blanket and a pillow to sleep in, and to go to sleep. So she took me to the atonement room, and I got a blanket and a pillow, and she told me to go on the back bench in the back of the church and lay down and go to sleep during church service. So I did, and I noticed on the back bench it was me and one other person. This other person was an older black guy with gray hair. He also had a blanket, but he was sitting up. I decided to lay down. So the service went forth. The service began to go forth. And next thing I notice is I hear my sister's voice on the mic singing. So I pop up and I see her singing. And now she's not a member of this church. I am not a member of this church. How she got to the church and why she's up there singing, I don't know. But she starts singing, and along with her is her child and my children. I get up. I run to the front, to the altar where she's at, singing with the mic, and I notice I only have on my t-shirt and boxers. And I take my phone out to record my sister singing. She looks at me like she's upset with me and stops singing and hands the first lady the mic, and her child and my children, they leave. And that's all I remember from the dream. I have no idea what it means, if it means anything. So I had to think of something I was grateful for today. I'm grateful for trash cans. You never know if you'll be grateful for trash cans until one of your trash cans just disappear, go missing. Then you become grateful for trash cans. So I'm grateful for trash cans because They are a great use to get rid of our waste. I'm so grateful. And do y'all know that Pastor Jamila Gooden apologized? I accept her apology, even though I don't feel like I personally need it, but the people in the audience probably do. But I think she did a good thing. But when I was listening to the vloggers, some of them don't believe that her apologies were sincere. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please turn on that notification bell. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. But I accept her apology. I don't expect her to be perfect. I hope nobody expects me to be perfect. We all make mistakes. But she said because of where she did it, at a sacred place, which I totally agree with. I believe I said that on another video that I did that. I did not have a problem with what she said, but I had questions about where she said it. So I'm glad she made that straight. Yeah, please vote. I wrote down vote in my journal today. Please, and thank you, and please just vote, please. I finished reading a good book today called Frequency by Robert Morris. So I finished it today. In my last thoughts out of reading that book is God is always good. We need to tune in order to hear God or hear from God. Our purpose every day is to make sure that we tune in so that we put ourselves in a position with the sole purpose just to hear from God. Tune in and hear from God. And God is always good. No matter what. God is always good. You cannot separate the two. You cannot separate goodness from God, and you can't separate God from goodness. God is always good. For my food journal today, I had oranges, banana, orange juice, water, salad, and a couple of cookies and a piece of candy. For my physical activity today, I did 3 sets of 3 reps of 10 pounds each, lifting weights. My brother Jeremy came over today. It was nice to see him. Please keep my Uncle Michael in your prayers. He's still in the hospital. And my Auntie Lisa, please keep her in your prayers also. And also my friend, my sweet dear friend, Queen Jasmine. Please keep her in your prayers. She had a nail go through her big toe. And blood started gushing everywhere. So please keep Queen Jasmine and her big toe in your prayers. Thank you so much. Today is Takara's birthday. Happy birthday, Takara Hemingway. She's a friend of mine from Columbus, Georgia. A beautiful singing voice. Beautiful soul, beautiful spirit. So happy birthday, Takara. Hope you enjoyed. You deserve to have the best birthday ever. Happy birthday. And I was so glad to hear today that Harriet Tubman has a monument now in New Jersey. And if you want to listen to the story behind Harriet Tubman, Queen Latifah is the voice behind the monument, the story of the monument. But Harriet Tubman's monument was revealed today in Newark, New Jersey. And I thought that was great. Wrote down, once you realize you deserve better, letting go becomes easy. Once I realized that I deserved better, letting go became very easy for me. I no longer chase after people. I can't remember the last time I DM'd somebody, called somebody, mailed somebody, emailed somebody and said, hey, how come you ain't call and check on me? How come I haven't seen you in a while? I deserve better. If I have to chase after you or ask you questions about why I'm feeling like I'm not an important part of your life anymore, I'm moving right along. I see you when I see you. I hear from you when I hear from you. I still love you. There's no love lost. I don't know the reason. It might be a great and wonderful reason. But all I'm saying is, if I feel like I deserve better, I'm not chasing you. But I wish you the best. I sincerely do. I don't want any hurt, harm, danger, or death to come upon you at all. But once I realized that I deserved better, letting go of those people who I really wanted in my life became so much easier for me. I deserve better. And because I know that I deserve better, I'm going to do better about treating Frida right. I'm going to do better about treating myself right. Guess what I found out today? I found out that Floyd Mayweather has his own airport at the Dubai airport. It's called Mayweather Aviation. Floyd Mayweather has his own airport. I think that's awesome. A black man in Dubai. I don't know if I would ever personally go to Dubai. I don't want to be in the presence of anybody who does not accept me for all that I am. Even though I'm not gonna say I'm forced to live where I'm at. I'm already in a country that, have its different opinions and views about black people, about females, about the LGBTQIA plus community. But I'm not gonna purposely pay money to go somewhere where I can wear my rainbow flag freely. But I heard Dubai is a wonderful place. Once they open themselves up to free thinking or a new thought about the LGBTQIA plus community, then maybe I would consider a trip to Dubai. But for me, it just doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing in my mind. Why would I want to spend money on a trip to go to Dubai? They're not going to accept me for all that I am. And something else I learned today about fear. Fear, real or imagined, your brain reacts the same. So we can have a fear of something that's about to happen, or we can have a fear of something that's actually happening. Our brain cannot tell the difference. Our brain reacts the same, whether it's real or imagined. So fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. Fear. Let's try to get rid of as much fear as reasonably possible. Now, some fear is good fear. It's good to fear those things that might cause you any hurt, harm, danger, or death. So not all fear is bad. Having a fear of God is good. Now, I'm not talking about fearing God like He's going to kill you. That's the way I was brought up. I'm talking about fearing God in a way that you love and respect Him so much to a point where you don't want to do anything to upset God because of your love and honor for God. Please forgive me for knowing it is the medication due to my diagnosis. And another thing I learned today is that marriages are not 50-50. Most marriages are not 50-50. They're 80-20, 70-30, or 60-40. And not at all times, and not in every area. People change, things change, circumstances happen throughout your situation with your partner, your life partner, in your marriage. And once you know that, you should be able to deal with that and purposely do something every day when you're married or have a partner to make sure they know that they're loved by you. And it don't hurt to say it. Say I love you so they'll know it, Find out what each other's love language is. That'll be a big help. I remember I watched an episode of Divorce Court. It was two women who were partners. And Judge Star Jones was on the bench. And they were not legally married, but they were together for 8 years. I remember her saying they were together for 8 years. So one of the women went to pull out a ring from her bra or whatever to go propose to the other woman. And when she went to do that, the other woman stopped her and said, "No, don't. I'm seeing somebody else." And the whole room gasped. I'm at home and I gasped. And Star Jones and the bailiff, they all gasped. You could hear a pin drop. The bailiff even said that. At the end of the show, the bailiff said you could hear a pin drop. It was so heart-wrenching and heartbreaking. I was like, wow, this lady just poured out her whole soul and heart to this other woman, telling her how much she loved her, she can't live without her, and she wanted to marry her. And then her response is, no, don't propose, I'm seeing someone else. I mean, it was so heart-wrenching to the point where Judge Star Jones literally came from the bench. She came from behind the bench. And, you know, that's rare for a judge to do that. To try to offer some words of encouragement to the both of them. But, so marriage is a difficult thing. I've been married twice. I feel like I've been married 3 times. We're married twice. I don't know if I ever get married again. It's not my heart's desire. I would eventually, I think, want a partner again. I want to focus on myself right now and my third king. If someone comes along, I'd be grateful to have them in my life. I do have crushes. Look at women. One particular artivist, call her Artivist. I think it's the most beautiful woman in the world, but I'm not about to bring my issues and make it somebody else's issues. I need to work on Frida first. And once I feel like I'm fully ready, then I'll make that approach if that approach is still available. If not, then I'll just keep on moving. But also watch Being Mary Jane. I watched that again today, season 1, episode 6. It was really good. Mary Jane's mom wanted the platinum tape at some gala they was going to. So she was upset with her husband for not getting it. So he had to sell, I guess, some stock in his company and get the money and talk to some other lady to be able to afford the platinum table at this gala they was going to. In the midst of that, he found out that one of his sons had $78,000 in his bank account. But the son, I believe, lied and said, no, that's the bank error. It's supposed to be $7,800. I took out a student loan. His dad told him to pay off the student loan and to come to him if he needed help with money. I believe the boy is selling drugs to make this type of money. I'm not sure, but and then Being Mary Jane, of course, she had to go to the gala with her family, and one of her boyfriends, David, was there, and then they did a dance together, and then he told her that he was seeing someone else and that she lives with him whenever she comes in town. And of course, I think her married boyfriend name is Michael. I always forget his name when it comes to me making this video, but he has moved in with her, so I'm interested to see how this goes. Hopefully it goes for the best for Mary Jane, because I really like her. Ludacris was a guest appearance on the show today, Being Mary Jane, so it was good to see him. I also listened to a podcast today called Our American Stories. The name of the podcast was Salmon and Salt, Fishing with My Grandfather in Seaside, Oregon, from Carl Malantes. And it was interesting. He was talking about his grandfather, true story. His grandfather used to be a logger, and he had a logging accident where the logs crushed his legs. His grandfather had to crawl to his vehicle over a mile. He crawled over a mile to his vehicle and then drove himself to the hospital. And one of his legs had ended up getting amputated. So back in those days, they was giving out wooden legs. So his grandfather had a wooden leg. And then the grandfather turned to fishing. And so he was saying how his grandfather would wake him up at 12 midnight so they could go fishing at 2 in the morning. And he never could understand why. His grandfather was like, it's all about the tides. We have to get the fish when the tides come in so we get the fish. So it was an interesting podcast. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please turn on that notification bell. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. I also listened to a nice new song today called Gonna Make It And it's the remix, Gonna Make It by David and Tiffany Spencer. Gonna Make It by David and Tiffany Spencer. I would encourage you to listen to that song. It was a beautiful song. Go listen to it. How do y'all feel about marriage? People who have been married, who have not been married, who've been married multiple times. I personally feel that marriage is, I'm not going to say outdated, but I don't believe it is like it used to be. I don't believe that a perfect marriage is represented in the Bible either. I can't recall a perfect marriage in the Bible. And then again, it's monogamy, polygamy. From what I read, more and more men are required a polygamous relationship. I don't know if more and more women are accepting of that. I don't know. I don't judge people. If you want to be a polygamist, be a polygamist. Enjoy, have fun, be safe. As for me, I have no desire. I have a hard time trying to keep one person satisfied. So I can't imagine being in a relationship with more than one person on purpose. To me, it sounds like a lot of work. So I don't know if marriage is the same. I've been thinking about it since I saw Divorce Court. But when you ingest divine, you become divine. You ever heard it saying you are what you eat? Ingest divineness, ingest goodness, ingest grace, ingest mercy, ingest just being kind, ingest a smile every now and then, ingest nice words so that you can give nice words, ingest divineness so you can become divine. Okay? That's my thought for the day. Every day I try to have a thought to think about, to focus on. And that's my thought for the day. But even though that's my thought, guess what? I got something very extremely important that I want to share with you. It's very important. I really need you to listen closely, okay? The most important thing I've said all day, please listen. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. Romans 10:9. Keep that in mind. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Thank you, God, in me, through me, as me, around me, through the Christ within. And so it is. Until we meet again. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for turning on that notification bell. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you.